Multiple Emmy Award-winning actress Carol Kane has had a storied career. After first breaking in with dramatic roles in films like Hester Street, she quickly grew into the comedy legend we all know today. Her credits range from Taxi, The Princess Bride, and Annie Hall, to her curtain show Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, where she plays Kimmy's outspoken landlord, Lillian. Here's a clip.
Look at these people. They think their pits don't stink just because their beef was raised on a farm instead of being raccoon.
Lillian Cowstupper.
No, I am Dr. Vanessa Poseidon.
I know it's you, Lillian. I recognize your perfume.
Aha, I don't wear perfume. That smell just happens.
Titus, charmed, you're sure?
Artie Goodman, we met on the phone. So, what brings you two here besides the obvious shoplifting?
That's profiling. Just because my clothes aren't as nice as some of these other people doesn't mean I'm a thief. That does.
Carol Kane, she joins me now. Carol, welcome back. Good to have you back here on the stream.
So nice to be back.
I want to ask you about your character this season. Lillian, it's quite the crossroads between her personal belief and her love life. The character development, tell me about that.
Well, first of all, that is a classic because, like Spencer, Tracy, and Katharine Hepburn, they're fighting, and then they're together. It's a classic kind of twist, and it's so beautifully written. Well, I am very upset about the gentrification of my rundown neighborhood, and I run for office and win in order to try and fight gentrification, and this very, very wealthy man who owns a big health food supermarket comes into the neighborhood, and I begin hating him because he's fighting for what I am so against, and little by little I realize who he really is as a person, and and we fall in love, and there's kissing involved in everything.
It's so much fun following your character, and it's also so much fun following your career. You started off in drama. You're a legend in comedy. Which one is harder? Is it harder to do drama than it is comedy?
There are very tricky things in both. In drama, sometimes you have to get to emotions that are very painful or hard to access, and in comedy, you have to try and keep it real and grounded in real feelings and ideas. Otherwise, it'll just be jokey, and people don't relate to that, I don't think. So that's, you have to just be on your own case, as it were, to be real and not just always be playing for the laugh.
Do you think that women are getting more opportunities when it comes to comedy?
Yeah. I mean, I think there are so many showrunners now that are women, and writers, and I don't necessarily think actresses, because still there are many more roles for men, but since there are more female writers, they write roles for women, and so that's beginning to happen.
What's it like working with the group? We were seeing Jane KRAKOWSKI there, and you, Ellie Kemper. It was created by Tina Fey. What is it like in the room when you guys are all together?
Just glorious. I mean, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm so lucky. And especially because of Tina Fey and Robert Carlock, who are such a great writing team. And so starting out that you're a step ahead because you have them in the room, and then the actors have been chosen so beautifully, and we have really come to love each other like the characters do in the show, and so I would say I'm a lucky girl. That's what I would say.
What do you think it is? Because this is a show, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, is about a young lady who breaks away from a cult, right? Yes. And enters the real world, if I may. And so
it's New York City.
New York City.
So some people would think not, but yes.
Fair enough. You're absolutely right. A different world, a foreign world. But the fact that this is about a girl who breaks away from a cult and comes to New York City, what do you think it is about this storyline that resonates with people?
I think, so she is a fish out of water, obviously, and I think we can all relate to feeling like the odd man out, or like we don't know something we should know. And I think that all of the characters are really struggling in their lives to become something. And I think they're underdogs and they are fighters, which they could just curl up and go home, and they don't. They keep fighting, and I think people are encouraged by that and believe in that.
It's been renewed now for a 4th season. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So what do you make of that? 4 seasons.
I make of that a big smile on my face for a whole nother year. That's what I make of that.
Oh, that's great news.
It's
Really
so
wonderful news. I was trying to remember the last time you were here on set. I think it was around elections.
It was around elections.
You're very passionate about your politics, I have to say.
Lately, much more so. Very passionate. I just. Are you asking me what's going on?
Actually, the question I'm wondering is what are your interests when it comes to politics? What are you concerned about?
I would love to have some empathy, some truth telling, some concern for people who are not the wealthiest 1%. Some of those things, which of course means that there's nothing happening now in Washington that I could be happy about. I think it's a terrible situation, and I hope that it will get untangled. I feel that the health care thing is so, I'm just appalled at the fact that they get 10 hours. They do a health care bill in secret. Some people would call that a dictatorship.
Would you ever consider running for office?
No.
Never? Out of the question?
Unless, well, I'm going to take that back. If Alec Baldwin becomes president and he wants me around, maybe then.
What do you mean by wants you around? Like VP spot?
Just he can pick the spot. I don't care. I'll just follow him around the big White House, if you get my drift.
Oh, I do. I do get your drift. I do get your drift. We love it when you come by. You're always so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Carol Kane.
It was fun.
It was great. Thank you.